Number 1. Lentils. Let's talk about lentils. Now, I know lentils probably don't sound exciting. They're not flashy, they don't come in fancy packaging, and you won't see them all over Instagram food pages. But if you're someone dealing with arthritis, or if someone you love is, this simple little legume might just become your new best friend, because lentils are seriously powerful when it comes to reducing joint pain, calming inflammation, and giving your body what it needs to feel better. And the best part? They're cheap, easy to find, and don't require any complicated cooking. So why lentils? What makes them so special for arthritis relief? Let's start with the basics. Protein. Your body needs protein to build and repair tissues, especially your muscles, which support your joints. But here's the tricky part. A lot of the usual go-to protein sources, like red meat, can actually increase inflammation in the body. That's the last thing you want when your joints already feel stiff, swollen, or painful. Lentils, on the other hand, give you all that protein goodness without making your symptoms worse. In fact, they can actually help you feel better. It's plant-based protein that works with your body, not against it. But the benefits of lentils go way beyond protein. They're also packed with magnesium, and this is a big one. Magnesium is one of those nutrients that most people don't get enough of, especially older adults. But it plays a huge role in how your body manages inflammation. Think of magnesium as your body's natural muscle relaxer. It helps soothe the tightness around your joints, reduces stiffness, and even helps calm nerve pain in some cases. If you've ever had one of those mornings where your joints just won't loosen up no matter how much you stretch, yeah, magnesium might be what you're missing. Then there's potassium. Most people don't think about this one when they think about arthritis, but it's more important than you might realize. Potassium helps your body get rid of extra sodium, and too much sodium, especially from processed foods, leads to water retention, bloating, and even more swelling in your joints. If your hands or knees feel puffy, that might be the reason. By getting enough potassium, like from lentils, you help your body flush out that extra salt and bring the swelling down naturally. Less swelling equals less pain. It's that simple. Lentils also pack a serious punch when it comes to fiber. And you might be wondering, what does fiber have to do with arthritis? Well, more than you'd think. High blood sugar spikes can actually make inflammation worse. And when you eat meals that cause your blood sugar to jump, your body reacts by releasing inflammatory chemicals. That means more joint pain, more stiffness, and more discomfort. But fiber helps slow down how your body absorbs sugar, which keeps your blood sugar more stable throughout the day. When you eat fiber-rich foods like lentils, you're giving your body a smoother, more balanced energy, and you're helping protect your joints in the process. Oh, and let's not forget folate, also known as vitamin B9. Folate doesn't get talked about as much as it should, but it plays a major role in lowering something called homocysteine. That's a type of amino acid in your blood, and when your homocysteine levels get too high, it's been linked to increased inflammation and joint pain. But here's the good news. Lentils are loaded with folate, and eating them regularly can help keep those levels in check. It's one of those small, behind-the-scenes changes that can make a big difference over time. Now, you might be thinking, that all sounds great, but how do I actually eat lentils? The answer, however you want. Lentils are super versatile and honestly pretty easy to work with, even if you don't love spending time in the kitchen. You can throw them into a soup or stew where they add texture and heartiness. You can make a lentil curry with some garlic, onions, and spices. You can even chill them and toss them into a salad with some chopped veggies and olive oil. If you're trying to eat less meat, you can use lentils as a filling for tacos, wraps, or even homemade veggie burgers. They absorb flavors really well, so you can season them however you like, whether that's savory, spicy, or even a little bit sweet. And here's something else to love. Unlike some other beans and legumes, lentils don't require soaking overnight. That makes them perfect if you want to whip something up quickly. Just rinse them, toss them in a pot with water or broth, bring to a boil, and simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. Done. And they're gentle on your stomach too. No weird bloating or heaviness after eating. Want to make them even more powerful for arthritis relief? Pair lentils with other anti-inflammatory foods. A handful of fresh spinach or kale, a sprinkle of turmeric, a dash of black pepper, or even a little bit of lemon juice. All of those add extra benefits for your joints. When you combine these ingredients, you're not just eating a healthy meal, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to fight back against pain and stiffness. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. Small changes really do add up. You don't have to completely change your diet overnight. Just start by adding lentils to your meals a few times a week. It's a low-cost, high-impact step toward feeling better. And honestly, sometimes it's those simple foods, the ones we overlook, that end up doing the most good. So the next time you're at the grocery store, don't skip the lentils. Pick up a bag. Try them in a new recipe. See how your body responds. Because when it comes to managing arthritis naturally, lentils really are doing more than pulling their weight. They're not just filling your stomach. They're actively helping reduce inflammation, nourish your joints, and give you the strength to keep moving and living your life the way you want to. It's easy to feel like arthritis is taking control, like your body is working against you. But foods like lentils remind us that we do have tools to fight back, and they don't have to come from a pill bottle. They can come from something as simple and powerful as what's on your plate. Number 2, chickpea. Now let's talk about one of the most underestimated, yet incredibly powerful foods when it comes to arthritis relief, chickpeas. You might know them as the star of hummus or as those round little things hiding in a salad. But chickpeas are so much more than just a trendy topping or a side dish. These tiny legumes are absolutely loaded with nutrients that can help reduce inflammation, ease joint pain, and support your overall health in a way that feels simple and sustainable. And honestly, once you understand what chickpeas can do for your body, especially if you're struggling with arthritis, you'll never look at them the same way again. Let's start with what makes chickpeas so effective. Just like lentils, chickpeas are a fantastic source of plant-based protein. And if you're trying to stay away from red meat, either because of the saturated fat or the inflammation it can cause, chickpeas are an ideal alternative. The protein in chickpeas helps your body repair and maintain muscle mass, which is especially important if you're older or not moving around as much due to joint stiffness. The stronger your muscles are, the more support they give to your joints. That means less strain, less pressure, and ultimately, less pain. And with chickpeas, you're getting that support in a clean, plant-powered form without triggering more inflammation in the process. But what really sets chickpeas apart is their richness in polyphenols. Now, I know that word might sound a little scientific, but all it means is this. Polyphenols are natural compounds that act as antioxidants in your body. They fight off the damage caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage your cells and trigger inflammation. If you have arthritis, chances are your body is dealing with oxidative stress, which makes your symptoms worse over time. That's where chickpeas come in. Their polyphenols go to work protecting your cells, calming inflammation, and giving your body a much-needed defense system. It's like giving your joints a little shield every time you eat them. But the magic doesn't stop there. Chickpeas are also a great source of vitamin C, which is essential for something a lot of people forget about: collagen production. Collagen is the connective tissue that helps your joints move smoothly. It's like the cushion between your bones, and without enough of it, that cushion wears down. You start to feel stiff, creaky, and sore. But when you get enough vitamin C from foods like chickpeas, your body can keep making the collagen it needs to maintain those smooth, pain-free movements. You're not just masking the symptoms, you're actually helping your joints rebuild from the inside out. And yes, just like lentils, chickpeas come loaded with magnesium, one of the most underrated minerals when it comes to joint health. Magnesium helps relax muscles, calm the nervous system, and support bone strength, all of which matter deeply when you're managing arthritis. When your muscles are tight and overworked, your joints have to carry more of the burden. Magnesium helps release that tension and brings a natural sense of ease to your body. It even helps with sleep, which can be a real challenge for folks living with chronic pain. When your body is well rested and your muscles are relaxed, your joints get a much-needed break too. Of course, we can't talk about chickpeas without mentioning their fiber content. And yes, it matters a lot. Fiber is essential for balancing blood sugar levels, and that's not just about energy or weight management. High blood sugar causes inflammation in the body, plain and simple. And when you eat refined carbs or sugar-heavy meals, your body reacts by increasing inflammatory markers, which can make arthritis symptoms worse. Chickpeas, being naturally high in fiber, helps slow down the absorption of sugar in your bloodstream. This keeps your blood sugar stable throughout the day and helps prevent those inflammatory spikes. The more stable your blood sugar, the less inflammation, and then the better your joints will feel. Now here's the fun part. Chickpeas are incredibly versatile. Of course, hummus is a classic. It's creamy, flavorful, and can be paired with everything from fresh veggies to whole grain crackers. But don't stop there. Chickpeas can be roasted with a bit of olive oil and seasoning for a crunchy, satisfying snack that's way healthier than chips. You can toss them into salads, add them to stews or soups, or stir-fry them with colorful veggies and a pinch of turmeric, which, by the way, is another powerful anti-inflammatory spice. Chickpeas also make a great base for curries, and they fit perfectly in grain bowls with quinoa, spinach, avocado, or sweet potatoes. The flavor is mild, so they take on whatever seasoning or sauce you pair them with. And if you're into baking, you'll be surprised at how often you can sneak chickpeas into recipes. Chickpea flour is an amazing gluten-free option that works well in breads, pancakes, and even cookies. You can blend whole chickpeas into brownie batter or mix them into a veggie burger patty. There are so many ways to get creative with them, and because they're so filling, they help you stay satisfied longer, which is great if you're trying to manage weight alongside arthritis symptoms. Another thing to love. Chickpeas are budget-friendly and easy to find. You don't have to visit a specialty health food store or spend a fortune. You can buy them dried in bulk or grab a few cans on your next grocery trip. If you go the canned route, and there's nothing wrong with that, just be sure to rinse them well to get rid of the extra sodium. If you have a little more time, cooking dried chickpeas at home is easy and can save you even more money in the long run. Either way, you're getting serious nutritional value without breaking the bank. So how often should you eat chickpeas? Try working them into your meals a few times a week to start. The more consistent you are, the more benefits you'll notice over time. Some people even enjoy them every day, and as long as your body responds well, that's perfectly fine. Your joints will appreciate the steady stream of nutrients, your digestive system will love the fiber, and your energy levels may even start to feel more balanced. When you're living with arthritis, it can be easy to feel like everything is working against you, like your body is constantly in a battle you didn't sign up for. But foods like chickpeas remind us that healing doesn't always come from the pharmacy. Sometimes it comes from something as simple as a handful of legumes tossed into your dinner. They're small, yes, but what they offer is powerful. Every bite is a chance to take back a little bit of control over your health. So next time you're planning your meals or wandering the grocery store aisles, remember this. Those little beige chickpeas are more than just a side dish. They're an anti-inflammatory powerhouse, full of the exact nutrients your joints are begging for. Add them to your cart, try out a few new recipes, and start making them a regular part of your life. Your body, your budget, and your taste buds will all be glad you did. Number 3, tofu. Now let's move on to the final member of our plant-powered trio. And trust me, this one might surprise you. We're talking about tofu. Yep, tofu. Some people love it, others aren't quite sure what to do with it. But if you're living with arthritis, or if someone close to you is, tofu might just become one of the most powerful foods you can add to your diet. It's not fancy, it's not flashy, but it's packed with exactly the kind of nutrients that help soothe inflammation, protect your joints, and support your body in ways that really matter. So why tofu? First off, tofu is made from soybeans, which are one of the few plant-based foods that qualify as a complete protein. That means tofu contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair tissues. Think about that. Your joints, your muscles, your bones. They all depend on protein to stay strong and functional, especially as we age. When your muscles are supported and healthy, they can better carry the load, so your joints don't have to work so hard. And when you're dealing with arthritis, every bit of support counts. Tofu gives you that support, but in a gentle, anti-inflammatory way that animal products sometimes just can't match. But the magic of tofu goes way beyond just protein. Let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids. Those healthy fats that you've probably heard are great for your heart. Well, they're also incredible for joint health. Omega-3s help reduce the production of inflammatory chemicals in the body. That means less joint stiffness, less swelling, and less pain. Now, while most people think you can only get omega-3s from fish, tofu is actually one of the very few plant-based sources of this vital nutrient. So if you're trying to eat more plant-based or avoid seafood, tofu is a fantastic way to still get the anti-inflammatory benefits of omega-3s naturally. And that's not all. Tofu is rich in calcium, which you already know is key for keeping your bones strong. But here's something not everyone realizes. If you have arthritis, especially osteoarthritis, it's not just your joints that need attention. Your bones need care too. When your bones are strong, your whole skeletal system is more stable and balanced, which helps take pressure off the joints. Tofu provides a reliable, dairy-free source of calcium, perfect if you're lactose intolerant or just trying to cut back on dairy because of the inflammation it can sometimes cause. Now here's where tofu really starts to shine. Many brands of tofu are fortified with vitamin D, which works hand in hand with calcium to strengthen bones and improve absorption. Vitamin D isn't just about bone health either. It plays a role in immune function and inflammation regulation too. A lot of people, especially older adults, are low in vitamin D without even realizing it. That deficiency can make arthritis symptoms worse. So getting a little extra from your tofu, that's a smart, simple move you can feel good about. But we're not done yet. There's another group of nutrients in tofu that deserve attention, and those are isoflavones. These are natural plant compounds found in soy that act a little like estrogen in the body. And no, that doesn't mean they'll throw your hormones out of balance. In fact, research shows that isoflavones can actually help reduce inflammation, improve joint flexibility, and even lower pain levels in people with arthritis. Some studies have looked at people who eat soy regularly and found that they tend to report better joint function and less stiffness, especially in cases of rheumatoid arthritis. It's not a miracle cure, but it's one more way tofu can support your body's natural healing process. Now you might be wondering, how do I actually cook tofu? Isn't it kind of bland? And that's a fair question. On its own, tofu doesn't have a strong flavor, but that's what makes it so versatile. Tofu absorbs the flavors of whatever you cook it with. Garlic, ginger, soy sauce, chili flakes, lemon juice, you name it. And the ways you can prepare it? Endless. You can stir fry it, bake it, grill it, or pan-sear it for a crispy texture. If you're new to tofu, start with extra firm tofu, press out the water, and let it marinate for an hour before cooking. That helps it soak up all the delicious flavors. Then throw it into a veggie stir fry, a curry, a salad, or even a wrap. You can crisp it up in the oven or toss it in a sauce on the stove. It's super flexible. If you prefer something smoother, try silken tofu. It has a creamy texture that works beautifully in smoothies, soups, or even dairy-free desserts. Yes, you can actually blend tofu into sauces, dips, or puddings without even noticing it's there, and still get all the protein and anti-inflammatory goodness it brings. You can even use tofu in place of cream in certain recipes to cut down on saturated fat while adding nutrition. And the best part? Tofu is affordable and easy to find. You don't have to shop at a fancy health food store or spend a ton of money. Most grocery stores carry a few different types of tofu, from silken to extra firm, and once you get the hang of using it, it becomes a regular part of your weekly meals. Plus, tofu is shelf-stable for a while if it's unopened, which makes it super convenient to keep on hand for quick meals. So how often should you eat tofu? If you're comfortable with soy and you're not allergic to it, try including it in your diet a couple of times a week to start. Pair it with other anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, leafy greens, or whole grains like brown rice and quinoa. You're giving your body a whole spectrum of healing nutrients, from protein to calcium to omega-3s, and doing it in a way that's kind to your wallet, your digestive system, and your joints. At the end of the day, arthritis can feel overwhelming. The constant aches, the stiffness that slows you down, the frustration of not being able to do what you used to do. But small changes, like adding tofu to your meals, can make a big difference. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about choosing foods that nourish your body, reduce pain, and help you feel just a little more in control. And tofu, humble as it may seem, is one of those foods. So whether you're new to plant-based eating or you've been on this path for a while, give tofu a try. Experiment with it. Make it your own. Because sometimes the best medicine isn't in a bottle, it's in your kitchen. And tofu, it's one of the best kept secrets for arthritis relief you can find. So let's wrap it up real quick. If you're dealing with arthritis, remember these 3 plant-based proteins: lentils, chickpeas, and tofu. They're full of nutrients that help fight inflammation, protect your joints, and make you feel better naturally. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated diets. Just simple, everyday foods that support your body from the inside out. Try adding one of them to your meals this week and see how your joints feel. Small changes can make a big difference. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on future videos. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.